Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class is focusing on mobility and flexibility. So we're going to do lots of lovely stretching movements and exercises to really open out and lengthen through the body. So I hope you enjoy the class today. We're going to start in standing and warm up and then roll down into 4-point kneeling and then down onto our backs before finishing in sitting. So I hope you enjoy the class. Remember, always work to a level that suits you because most importantly, we want you to enjoy it. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to bring those toes apart and those heels apart, so those feet that are hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer that weight onto the fronts of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just gently forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down to your feet. Knees nice and soft, so not locked back. Hands up onto your pelvis, then very gently we're going to tilt the pelvis forward and then tilt it back. And again, tilting forwards and tilting back. Just looking to find that midpoint again between those two movements, so that pelvis in a nice neutral position. Core gently engaged, ribs soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long. Okay, so we're going to put my hands behind my head from here. I'm going to do our corkscrew movement. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to open those elbows out, reach up to the ceiling. Breath in. As you breathe out, lowering back down. And again, opening out. Reaching up and breathing out. Good. And again, breathing out, lifting up, breath in. And as you breathe out, back down. Good. Now this time we're going to open out, reach up. As we come back down, we're going to add in a side bend. One side and then to the opposite side. Back to the center and then reaching up. Slowly lowering down, drop down, opposite side. And then back to that center, opening out, drop down, reach down, opposite side, and back. Elbows wide, reach up, lowering down, and drop down each side. Good, let's do one more. Lifting up, dropping down, little side bend, and back to that center, well done. And lowering those arms back down, very good, relaxing those shoulders. Okay, so just bringing one leg just slightly in front from here. We're going to keep that pelvis level and we're going to lift up and lower through this hip. So we're just lifting that leg no higher than hip height. If you can, we're going to add those arms just to that shoulder height. So we lift up and down together. The leg you're standing on is working really hard to support you, so that knee's soft as you're lifting and lowering. So lift up and lower. Good, neck long and lower. Well done, and lower back down. Lift up and lower. Good. Lift up and lower. Well done. Lifting and lowering. Now this time we're going to lift up, open out into that hip twist movement, fold back together, lower down. Good. And again, lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Good. And again, lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Well done. Lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Well done. Lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Well done. Last few. Opening out, folding back and lower. One last time. Lift up, opening out, fold back and lower. Very good. Okay, same on the other side. So opposite leg just in front. Keeping that pelvis lowered. Level here, and we just lift up and lower. So just bending, flexing through that hip, lift up and lower. No higher than that hip height. If you can, we're going to add in those arms. So we lift up and lower. And again, lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Well done. Lift and lower. Well done. Lift up and lower down. So keeping that control, lifting and lowering. Now on this next one, if we can, we're going to lift up, open out, fold back and lower down. Well done. Lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. So just adding that hip twist movement in here and lowering down. So really keeping that core engaged, opening out and folding down. Well done. Lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Well done. And folding down. Let's do one last time. Lift up, opening out, folding back and lower down. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to come to the side now so you can see me a little bit more. I'm just going to have our feet that hip width distance apart, and we're going to drop down into a squat movement, and as we come up we're going to reach our leg behind and then come back down, dropping down, opposite leg as I reach back up, squeeze that bottom, reach behind. Good, so we're dropping down, reaching back, dropping down, opposite leg, reaching back. Good, dropping down, reaching back. Well done, dropping down, lengthening, reach back. Good, lengthening, reach back. Dropping down, lengthening back. Good. And again, drop down, lengthen, reach back. Good, so using those bottom muscles, squeezing those bottom muscles to help take that leg back. And dropping down, reaching back. Well done. Last few here. Dropping down, reaching back. Well done, dropping down, reaching back. And let's do one more each side. Drop down, reach back, drop down, reach back. And coming back to that center. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do some shoulder rolls to go into roll down. So we're going to roll one shoulder around, drop down to the side, fold in the middle, breath in here, and as you breathe out, gently rolling back up. Now opposite shoulder, rolling around, drop down to that side, coming around to that front, breath in, and as you breathe out, gently restacking. Good. And again, rolling around, drop down to that side, bring that arm forward, breath in, and as you breathe out, rolling back up. Opposite shoulder, rolling around, drop down to that side, coming forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, gently rolling back up. Good, last time each side, rolling around, drop down, bring that weight forwards, breath in, and as you breathe out, gently restacking. Good, last time, rolling that shoulder, drop down, bring that weight forwards. Now from here, just breath in. Now on that out breath this time, just going to roll slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end here. Then as you breathe out, slowly restacking back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, this time we're going to tuck that chin down, rolling, curling down towards the floor. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that chin down, rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good, we'll do one more, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, breath in here. And as you breathe out, just restacking slowly back up into standing. Now come to the end of your mat and we're going to walk down into 4-point kneeling. So breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, just rolling those hands slowly down towards the floor. Just out breath here, just sink down that little bit further, soften those knees, and we're going to walk down slowly onto the mat and into 4-point kneeling here to continue the class. Okay, so we're continuing here. So we're just going to start in that 4-point kneeling position. So hands underneath those shoulders, knees under those hips. Make sure those elbows are soft, so not locked back. The insides of the elbows should be facing each other. If you find it difficult in this position, you can come up onto your fist if that's more comfortable. Okay, so we're just going to start by gently mobilising the spine. So just going to tuck your head under, arching up that back, and then drop down, look forwards. Good, and again, tucking under. So gentle cat stretch here, flexing through the spine, and then dropping down, extending. Good, and again, tucking under, flexing the spine, and then drop down and extend. Just really sink that back down. Good, so arching up, flexing the spine, and then dropping down. Still keeping those elbows soft. Good, and arching up. Lovely. So just do a few more here, just really mobilising through that spine, flexing and extending. Good, last few. Tucking that head under, dropping down. Now just think about on these next two where that midpoint's going to be between those two movements. So our back is in that nice neutral position, so nice and flat here. Just tucking that tailbone under gently, that core is gently engaged from here as well. Very good. So keeping that neck long, we're just going to extend through one leg, just lengthen that leg. Now keeping that core engaged, that belly button lifted up towards the spine, we're going to tap the foot to one side and then tap it across the other leg. So tapping and tapping across. So tap out to the side and tapping across. Good. Nice and controlled. That leg's nice and lengthened. Tapping out to the side and tapping across. Now if that feels a bit too difficult, we can just make that movement a little bit smaller and don't have to touch the floor. So tapping across if you can and tapping to the side. But if that feels difficult, we can just do that little rainbow in the air. Okay, so just go to where you're comfortable and tapping across. Good. Keeping that control, working those bottom muscles as well, controlling that movement, tapping across, well done, and out to the side. Excellent, keeping that neck long, that chin tucked in, well done, good, last few, tapping out and tapping across. Still breathing in and out, not holding your breath, well done, and one more here, tapping across and out to the side, and then back to that centre and fold that leg back in. Well done. Okay, so let's do the same on the other side. So we're going to lengthen through, still keep those elbows soft, and we're going to tap across and out to the side. Tapping across and out to the side. Good. So remember, if that feels a little bit more difficult, then we can just make that a little bit smaller. So I can just do that sort of rainbow movement. So go to where it's comfortable. Tapping across and out to the side. Still breathing, not holding your breath. Well done. Tapping across. Well done. That core is still gently engaged. Tapping across. Well done. And out to the side. Nice and controlled. So really lengthen through that leg. Those toes are pointed. But my core is still gently engaged. I'm still controlling that centre. Well done. Tapping across and out to the side. Well done. Good. And out. Last few. Tapping out and across. And out. One more time. Good. Tapping out to the side and tapping across. Back to that centre and then fold that leg back in. Well done, well done. Good, okay, so hands underneath those shoulders still, knees still underneath those hips. We're going to just open out through the spine. So we're going to take my right arm, and take a breath in. As I breathe out, I want you to reach that arm up and out, looking up with that head, and then coming back down. Good, now with the left arm, we're going to reach up, look around, and fold back. So we're really rotating through this upper spine, reaching up, and then coming back. Good, looking around with that head as well. And back. Good. And again, opening out and back. Lovely. Reaching up, follow with that head and fold back. Good. And again, reaching up and then folding back. Breathe out as you open out. Breathe in as you fold back. Good. And back. Lovely. Reaching around and folding back. Lovely. One more each side. And then back. So really just opening up through that chest and that upper back. Good. And then back from there. Good. Now let's just drop down, stretch out into a child pose. So really reach those fingertips away. Drop that bottom down onto your heels. Breathing in and out here. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch that little bit further. Good. Breath in. As you breathe out, relaxing down, sinking down that little bit further. Well done. And just lengthening through those fingertips, really feel that stretch through those shoulders as well. Good, breath in and out, sinking down, very good. Okay, so we're going to come back up into this 4-point kneeling position here. Just still checking that tailbone just tucked under gently from here. Elbows soft, those hands underneath those shoulders, knees are still under our hips. Just tucking that tailbone under gently and just engaging that core. Belly button lifted up towards the spine. Well done. Okay, so we're going to go into our swimming movement now. So just to start with, we're going to lengthen through one arm, just reaching the arm away and then folding back. Good. And again, so reaching the opposite arm and then folding back. Good. Lengthening and back. So keep that neck long. You're looking down at the mat. So keeping that length through that neck. Reaching the arm and folding back. Good. Lengthening away and then fold back. So really just lengthening through those arms. Keeping that core just gently engaged as we lengthen each side. Very good. Now either stay here if that's comfortable, or if you can, we're going to lengthen opposite arm, opposite leg, and then fold back. Good. Lengthen opposite arm, opposite leg, and fold back. So breathe out as you lengthen. Breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you lengthen. Breathe in as you fold back. Good. Breathe out. Breathe in as you fold back. Good. Reaching away and folding back. Good. Breathe out. Breathe in to fold back. Very good. Really keeping that control. They often describe sometimes having a tray of drinks on your back that you don't want to spill. So try and keep that balance, that center position. Good. Lengthening away and folding back. And again, lengthen away and fold back. Very good. Reaching away and folding back. Good. Reaching and folding back. Very good. Last few here. Reaching away and fold back. Very good. One more each side. And folding back. Very good. Well done. Drop down, just lengthen out and have a stretch through that spine here. Well done. Breath in and out. Sink down from there. Very good. One more breath in and out. Relaxing down. Very good. Okay, so walk those hands back up and then we're going to come down onto our backs from here. So moving around, down onto your back. So just lowering down on our backs here. Just to start with, as we normally do, we're going to find that mid position. So feet and knees that hip width distance apart. Just to start with, we're going to tilt that pelvis forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements. So that pelvis is in a nice neutral position here. That core's gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted from there. Okay, so we're going to start by opening out through our hips with a hip twist movement. Now keep this core engaged, keep those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling throughout this exercise. If you're feeling too much rolling or rotating during this, then you're probably just going a little bit too far with your legs, so make the movement smaller. So core engaged, we're going to let one leg fall out to the side just as far as you're comfortable, and then use those muscles to come back to that center. And again, opposite leg opening out and folding back. Good. And again, dropping that knee over, opening out, fold back. And again, dropping that knee over and folding back. Now, if that's comfortable here, either stay with your feet down, or we can raise the leg into single tabletop, opening out and folding back. Lower that leg back down, opposite leg lifted and opening out and folding back. Good. So keeping those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling, opening out through that hip and lower down. If that's comfortable here, then we can come back up into double tabletop, and then we're just going to keep going here, alternating sides. So just pick what's comfortable. We're really controlling that opening out through the hip by keeping that core engaged, keeping those hip bones pointing up to the ceiling. Good. So breathe out as you open out, breathe in as you fold back. Keeping that control. Breathe out, breathe in to fold back. Good. Opening out through that hip. And again, opening out, fold back. Opening out and fold back up. Very good. Keep going here if you can. And folding back. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed, no tension through them there. Well done. Arms relaxed down by your side. Good. Opening out and folding back. Good. And fold back. Well done. And back. Opening out and fold back. Very good. And again, opening out, folding back. We'll just do a few more here. Remember, pick what level's comfortable for you. If that part starts to feel too much in double tabletop, just lower those legs back down. Well done. Opening out and fold back. Very good. Good. And one more each side. Very good. Coming back with those legs and then just lowering them back down one at a time. Very good. Okay, so we're coming back to that start position. Feet and knees that hip width distance apart. Now we're going to just tuck our feet up a little bit here just because we're going to a bridge and we don't want to get cramp in our hamstrings. So feet just a little bit closer to your bottom. Core engaged, still starting in that nice neutral position. Ribs soft, arms relaxed down by your side. Okay, so we're going to take a breath in here. As we breathe out, we're going to tuck that pelvis under, use those bottom muscles, peeling that back, coming up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly back down onto the mat. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, use those bottom muscles, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walk that spine slowly back down onto the mat. So really mobilizing through that spine. It's working our core and our glutes here, but actually it's a really nice mobility exercise through that spine just to get that moving and then slowly peeling back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine gently back down onto the mat. Good. And again, tucking under, lifting up. Keep those feet and those knees that hip width distance apart and slowly peeling back down. So just watch that those knees aren't widening or pushing together. We want to keep that hip width distance as we lift up. If you're struggling to do that a bit, you can just pop a block in between your knees. That can sometimes help. Good. So tucking under, lifting up. Breath at the top here. And as you breathe out, walking that spine slowly down. Now this time we're going to add in our arms. So breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck in that pelvis, lifting up into that bridge. Then as you breathe out, hold that here. We're going to raise our hands up to the ceiling. Keep those shoulder blades down. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly peel that back slowly onto the mat and float the hands to join. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up. Float the hands up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down, breath in. And as you breathe out, walking that spine back down onto the mat and float the hands to join. Good. And again, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Slowly float those hands up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down, breath in. And as you breathe out, walk that spine gently back down onto the mat and float the hands to join. Good. Breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, float those hands up, shoulder blades down. And on that out breath again, peeling back down onto the mat and float the hands to join. Good. Last couple. Tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Slowly float those hands up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down, breath in. And as you breathe out, walking that spine gently back down onto the mat and float the hands to join. Fantastic. Last time, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up. Float the hands up to the ceiling. Breath in. As you breathe out, walking that spine down and float the hands down to join. Very good. Let's bring those knees in, have a quick hug and stretch out that back from here. Good. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just sink down into that stretch. So really open out through that spine. Breath in and out here. And again, on that out breath, just relaxing down into that stretch. If you can, just that little bit further. Good. Breath in and out. No tension to the upper body. Just relax down into that stretch. Well done. And we're going to lower those legs back down one at a time. Back to that start position. Okay, so feet and knees that hip width distance apart still. Just tilt that pelvis forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements again. So that pelvis in a nice neutral position. That core gently engaged, and we're going to go into our scissors movement. So working through that hip movement again. So we're going to lift one leg up into tabletop. Now keeping this knee at that 90-degree angle, we're going to tap the foot down, lift up and lower. Opposite leg lifted. Tap the foot down, back up and lower. Good, so alternating sides, tap down, lift up and lower. Now keeping that knee at that 90-degree angle. So your body sometimes wants to cheat a little bit and bend at the knee, but try and keep that angle the same as you lift up and lower. Good. Tap down, lift up and lower. And again. Tap down, lift up and lower. Good. Tap down, lift up and lower. And again. Tap down, lift up and lower. Well done. Good. Now if that's comfortable here, then we can go up into double tabletop. Now keep this tummy flat if you're in double tabletop, and then from here we're tapping the foot down and back up. So tapping and tapping. So we're alternating sides, still keeping that control. Don't let your back arch or your tummy dome. If you feel that those things are starting to happen, then just come back to that single leg and then come back up again. Good. And back. Well done. Tap down and up. Breathing out. As you lower down, breathe in as you come back up. Good. But most importantly, just keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Well done. So tap down, lift up. Very good. Tap down, lift up. Now for the last few, if you want to make it a little bit harder, then we can go a little bit faster. So breathing in and out. So breathing in for about 2 taps and out for 2. So breathing in and out. But remember, if that feels too much, just go back to either of those levels I've just shown you. Just keeping that control, not letting that back arch or your tummy dome as we're tapping, tapping, tapping here. Good, well done. Tapping each side, breathing in and out. Good. A few more here. Breathing in and out. Well done. Last few. Very good. Tapping, tapping. Very good. And one more breath in and out. And back to that start, and then lowering those legs back down, one at a time back to that start. Very good. Okay, so we're going to lengthen out through our hips now and through the body with our opposite arm, opposite leg. So when we're doing this exercise, I really want you to think about that distance now between the ribs and those hip bones, and we're trying to keep this the same. So when we add this movement with our arm, we're not letting those ribs flare or lift, okay? So really think about that position where they are now, and we're going to try and keep that the same. So my core's certainly engaged. I'm just going to raise one arm above my head and at the same time lengthen the opposite leg, fold them back together. Opposite leg, reaching away, breathing out as we're lengthening, breathing in as you fold back. So you can either slide that leg along the floor if that feels more comfortable, or you can hover the leg above, reaching away and folding back. But you're not necessarily trying to touch the floor behind you with your arm, because that might cause those ribs to flare and we're going to lose this center point. So really think about that when we're doing this movement. Good, and folding back. Breathing out, breathe in as you fold back. Good, breathing out, breathing in as you fold back. Well done. And back. Now if you want to make it a little bit harder, we can bring both legs up into double tabletop and then reaching away and folding back. So just pick what's comfortable for you. Really focusing on keeping that center nice and stable as we lengthening away and folding back. Breathing out as you lengthen, breathe in as you fold back. So really nice movement. Really feel like you're lengthening out through the body in just that nice controlled way. Good, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. And back, well done. Breathing out, breathe in as you fold back, well done. Breathing out, breathe in as you fold back, lovely. Last few, breathing out, breathing in. Folding back, well done. And again, lengthening away, folding back, good. And let's do one more each side. Folding back. And coming back to that centre, lower those legs down if they're lifted. Let's just bring those knees and have a quick hug and just stretch out from there. So breathing in and out. On that out breath, just relax down into that stretch if you can. Breath in. As you breathe out, relax down just that little bit further if you can. Breath in and out, relaxing down, well done. Good, so we're just going to lower those legs down, arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're going to just rotate through our spines now. So dropping those knees over, turn your head to the opposite side if you can. Use those toe muscles to bring those knees back up and then over to that opposite side, turning that head. Good, and then coming back up, dropping these knees over, turning that head, rotating through that spine, and then coming back up and over to that opposite side. Good. Dropping the knees over, turning that head, opening out, and then coming back up and over to that opposite side. Good. So we're just opening out through the spine here, dropping those knees over, turning that head, and then coming back up. Well done. Dropping the knees over, rotating through that spine. Lovely. Last few. And back up. Dropping the knees over. Well done. We'll just do the last few here. Opening out, just enjoying that stretch. Opening out through that spine. And back up. Well done. And over side to side again. Well done. Then coming back to that centre, bring those arms back down by your side from there. Good. Okay, so we're just going to stretch out through our hamstrings now. So we're going to lengthen through one leg. We're going to do this a little bit dynamically today. So we're going to flex the foot, lower it back down, point the toes and lift up. Flex the foot, lower that leg down, point the toes and lift up. Good. Flex the foot, lower that leg, point the toes and lift up. Good. So we're just lengthening through the back of the leg here, point to lift up. Flex the foot to lower, point the toes, lift up. Flex that foot to lower, point the toes, lift up. And you might find that stretch just easing slightly as we've moved through this movement. Good, just from when we started. Good, flexing the foot, lower down, point the toes, lift up. Flex the foot, lower down, point to lift up. Good, last few here. Well done, point to lift up. Breathing out and breathing in. One last time. And lifting up. Well done. And then lowering that leg back down. Okay, we do the same on the other side. So lengthen through that leg, toes pointing up. And we're going to flex the foot, lower that back down, point the toes lifting up. Flex that foot, lowering that leg down, point the toes lifting up. Flex the foot, lower down, point the toes to lift up. Breathing out and breathing in. Good, breathe out and breathe in. Well done. Just lengthening through the back of the leg and lowering that leg back down. Point the toes lifting up. Flex the foot, lowering down. Point the toes lifting up. Good. Just nice and controlled lifting and lowering through that leg. Well done. Lift up, lengthen through. Lifting that leg. And lengthen down. Well done. And one more time, lift up and lengthen back down. Well done. Fold that leg back in. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come back round and up into sitting here. So we're just going to stretch out through our glutes in sitting. So if you can, we're going to lengthen one leg in front and cross the other leg over that leg there. We're just going to use our hand to support it and just rotate around to that side and just feel that stretch into that bottom here. So we're just going to hold this stretch, so just breathing in and out. On that out breath, if you can, just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. So breath in and out, just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out, relaxing down. Well done. I'm just going to come back round, uncross that leg, do the same on the other side. So crossing that leg across, use that hand to support and just rotating that body around. So just feeling that stretch into that thigh and that bottom area. Good. Breath in and out, just relaxing down. No tension through those shoulders there. That's it. Breath in and out, just relaxing down into that stretch. Well done. Breath in and out. Good. Just the last few seconds holding. and slowly rotating back, and undo that leg from there. Very good. So let's just bring those legs in, or you can leave them outstretched. It's up to you, however you're comfortable. And we're going to bring our arms up into that Cossack position, and we're going into a spine twist movement. So breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to rotate our body around. Breath in to hold, and as you breathe out, rotating back to that centre. Well done. Breath in. And as you breathe out, rotating around. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, rotating around. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, back to the centre. Well done. Breath in. As you breathe out, rotate that body around. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, rotating around. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, rotating around. Breath in here. And on that out breath, back to that centre. Let's do one last time each side. Breath in. As you breathe out, rotating around. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre. Well done. Last time. Breath in. And as you breathe out, rotating around. And back to that centre. Well done. And relax those arms down. Okay, so we're going to put one arm down by your side. We're going to reach over into that mermaid stretch. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, back up and over to that centre. Well done. And again, reaching over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, back to that centre. Well done. And again, each side, dropping that arm over, reaching away. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre. Well done. And again, reaching that arm over. Breath in. And as you breathe out, back to that centre there. And then just relax those arms and relax those shoulders back down. Just a few little shoulder rolls here. Fantastic. Then we're just going to rest our hands onto our knees. Just going to stretch out through our neck. So I'm just going to drop my chin down to my chest, and I want you just to look to that right knee here and just feel that lengthen through the opposite side of the neck. Keep those shoulders relaxed down on that out breath. Good. Breath in and out, sinking those shoulders down. Then we're going to drop that chin back down to my chest again, and then I'm going to look to that left knee. So just relaxing down the shoulder there, just feeling that stretch on the opposite side of the neck again. Breathing in and out. And then dropping that chin back down, and then slowly lifting that head back up and relaxing those shoulders. Well done. Fantastic. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Thanks for joining me, and see you again next time.